Welcome to Out and About on the Recumbents. Let's go. Ride low. Ride recumbent. All right, Joe, head off. Well, good morning. BJ and Joe Ondo out and about on the Recumbents, and we're taking the Cheyenne Street. We basically took Cascade Avenue bike lane to Cheyenne Street, and then a little bit of in town, and then we got on a back street because they don't have the bike lane painted in yet. They're supposed to do that, but it hasn't been done yet. Now we're turning back onto Cheyenne Street bike lane, and then we'll be eventually we'll be picking up the new bike bike path off of through the I-25 and Cheyenne Street intersection. They just finished that all up not too long ago, so this will be our first time of really trying it. Yeah, some of these bike lanes have some big holes and stuff in them, I'll tell you. But yeah, just welcome again, BJ and Joe Ondo out and about on the Recumbents. It is, let's see, what is it? It's Tuesday, I believe, the 20th of May. Our temperature is supposed to hit 73 Fahrenheit sometime today, but probably not much towards afternoon. We still have a pretty chilly wind. Hey Joe, go right up on the path, okay? We're gonna take the whole thing. Yeah, so this is the old part, because it does have a bike lane all the way up, but we're gonna go so we can catch the new intersection. Of course, it's bumpy and beat up and everything else. So if you don't want to do the bumpy part, you can always take the bike lane and then hook in up there, but I just kind of wanted to do the whole thing, kind of show you guys what it is. Yeah, for a long time they didn't have, oh boy, man, whew, this is in bad shape. We won't do that again. We'll take the bike lane next time, yes. Some of the concrete's got, it's really funny because there's no trees, but yet it's all buckled. That's weird. So now what we do is we're just about to the I-25 Cheyenne Street. I don't know what you call it, interchange, I guess. And it's pretty strange, you know. I think they actually want you to take the bike lane all the way down and jump on the path at the very end here, because they've never made this any wider. What they need to do is take out the bike lane and make the path, the cement part of it, wider, and redo those bad parts. But yeah, so this is our first new crossing. Before we had to basically go play with the cars. So this is the new cross, as you can tell. This is the entrance ramp to I-25 off Tejon Street. These lights are probably not going to change very quickly, I can tell you that. I got a bunch of cars coming, dear, so. Yeah. Say hi, Joe. Okay, well, they're stopping, but now we got turners. So hopefully we'll get to go. That's the only bad thing about these, lighted intersections. You never know. They take forever. But it's a lot safer than it was, because before you were right into the traffic, and man, people get really stupid. This one's not so bad because they're coming, they're going on to I-25. The next one was much worse because they're coming off, and they come off at 60, 70 freaking miles an hour. Let's see if we can get this light to work. Come on, light. Finally. Yay. Yeah, like I said, you have to remember that bicyclists and walkers have no priority. So we just have to put up with it. And the funny thing about it is you go through the intersections and then it changes to, oh man. Okay. Let's see if I can stop here while yeah, because before you were in the bike lane and you had to literally hope that these people coming off of I-25 onto Tejon and then over to Nevada Avenue would stop, And there was plenty of times when we had to, and you got this idiot that can't figure out he's in a freaking crosswalk. Come on, back up so we can get by. You're blocking the crosswalk, dumb shit. Damn people. I wish people learn how to drive, They're blocking the crosswalk, Joe, go catch that light for me. I can't get it. Okay, so now we're going across can you, I don't know if she actually pushed the button or not. Well, I tell you, they don't have any patience. Oh man, I got you in a bad spot, didn't I? That's good. Yeah, well, we're not going to be like that lady and cross against, even though, you got to remember, even though they have a green light for the automobiles, that means that people can turn right, and we still have to be really careful because we've got a turn lane here coming off, and people are not very good at stopping. They really should have made this so when that signal turns that they couldn't turn on a red. So, man, of course, we got to wait for this light, which is ridiculous. Yeah, this is Motorway. Goes into Motor City. It's a big auto sales and dealership place. But so we got to really be careful of the people doing the right turn here, because they're not going to want to stop. And they should. Well, they really should make this so. See, he didn't even realize there was a turn lane, because this is all new, like I said. But it would be nice that if when we get our signal, that they had that so it would block that off. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about right here. Oh boy, these lights are long, man. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, let's go. Okay, we're going to go to the path. Yeah, right through there. Perfect. Yeah, because yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean path. I meant lane. So yeah, right there, because the sidewalk over here is just a regular sidewalk. You kind of need to go to, back to the old bike lane. and now we take the bike lane all the way up to, you gotta watch out for these idiots, because boy, they will run your butt right over. Put it in two, Joe, let's rock! Thank you. And yeah, so now we're still on the Tejon Street bike lane. Joe's killing me here. She's in the lower gear than I am, so she's able to spin easier. I'm gonna have to pop up to 3 here and boost myself. If I could have shifted to a lower gear, I wouldn't have had to do the 3, but okay. So we are headed to, sorry, it's uphill, I'm getting winded a bit. We are headed up to the Sacred Grounds Cafe in the very start of North Cheyenne Canyon. They still consider it Cheyenne Road, but technically. Now what we do is, because we don't like to go, because they've got a traffic circle up here, and it's a bit on the wild and dangerous side, trying to tuck in there with the cars, so we jump on the double wide sidewalk here. If it's double wide sidewalk, we consider it a trail. This is the old Ivy Wild area. We lived here for several years off of Cheyenne Boulevard. My mother was the manager for the apartments complex, and I worked for her, light maintenance and all the watering, and we had like 60,000 square feet of grass to water. So, and you know, I replaced light bulbs, put stuff up for folks, especially the older folks. Okay, now we're on the, now it's technically the Cheyenne Boulevard bike lane, and they still haven't repainted it from when they did a bunch of plumbing. Not plumbing, but you know, underground pipe laying and stuff. It was supposed to, they were supposed to come right back in and, you know, and remark the bike lane, but they haven't done it. And I barked at the city about it, and they haven't done anything about it. Not a thing, which never surprises me. Sometimes the city's good about stuff. Other times, boy, they put you on a list, and whenever it gets done, it gets done. But yeah, so like I said, we're heading to the Sacred Grounds Cafe, which is kind of in the just the very beginning of the North Cheyenne Canyon City Park area. And you can take that up to, just follow this road right up to the North Cheyenne Canyon Road. And it's a beautiful city park. You can drive up the canyon to Helen Hunt Falls, and then you can also you can go further, and you can go to Gold Camp Road. And now it's all dirt, but you happen to have, you know, like a mountain bike or a Tie Fly X with the knobby tires, you can actually take the Gold Camp Road all the way up to Cripple Creek and Victor, Colorado, where they had all the famous gold mining, you know, in the late 18s, early 1900s. But yeah, the only bad thing about this particular route is that This way, it's all uphill. And, you know, there's no, you can see here where they've got the faded line of the bike lane. At least it shows a little bit here. Doesn't show any back there. And they really should, you know, because now you can ride, you know, your bicycle or your trike up North Cheyenne Canyon Road, but if you're on a trike, I wouldn't do it. And the reason is because, sorry, I got a stop sign here. But the reason is that the road is quite thin. It has no emergency lane or pullover lane, so you will literally be, you know, you'll be fighting with cars for very little space. So, you know, if you're on a bicycle, you know, I mean, they're only a foot wide at the pedals, you know, so it's not quite as bad. But, you know, with being almost 3 feet wide, riding a recumbent tricycle, or even if you rode a Delta trike, because the rear is 3 feet wide or more. You know, a Delta trike is a trike with one front wheel up front and 2 wheels in the back. If it's a good one, it has a differential. Set up in it, and that way you won't have any, you know, it won't slip, you know, if you should hit some sand or something. If you don't have a differential, you kind of got to be careful, because whatever wheel doesn't have the traction, you know, basically with a differential in the rear of a Delta trike, you have 2-wheel drive, so that makes it a bit more, bit easier, and you don't have to worry about traction loss on whatever side isn't the power side, as they say. Now, I'm no expert, so if you want to look into a Delta trike, because ours are tadpole trikes, okay, which means they have 2 wheels in front, 1 wheel in the back. Kind of look like a little tiny frog. But yeah, like I said, the one bad thing about this route is that, you know, well, you're on the city street for most of it. In fact, you might as well say you're basically on the city street for all of it. Because like I said, we left our storage area and followed the Cascade Street bike lane all the way down to Fountain Boulevard, and kind of back streeted just a little tiny bit back over to Tejon, and we picked up the Tejon Street bike lane, and that takes you all the way over, and finally, once you pass that traffic circle, it becomes the Cheyenne Boulevard bike lane. And like I said, at least here you can still see it. It's faded, but it's seeable. Now, do cars pay attention to it? Well, I don't know. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Whew. Man. Okay, so we're now at 8th Street and Cheyenne Boulevard, still on the bike lane, and well, I'm hoping if you're fortunate enough to be retired, you're out riding. if not, whatever you're doing, have a great day. If you're at work, try to have a good one. And as soon as you get off, try to do something you can enjoy. So, okay. So now we, even though they don't call it, you know, North Cheyenne Canyon Road, this is kind of the start of the road to North Cheyenne Canyon City Park. And the first thing you'll find when you get there is the Starsmoor Center. You know, it's an interpretive center. You know, it's got all the information about all the different happenings in the canyon, the route. Also, there's several trails in the North Cheyenne Canyon City Park. And if you want a short one with a beautiful view at the end, check out Mount Cutler. Now, they don't have the world's biggest parking area for Mount Cutler, although it's bigger now than it used to be. The last time we were on, it was only big enough for 2 cars. I think they're, you know, up to, you know, like 10 now. So, but yeah, like I said, this route goes uphill, and it just goes uphill, 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 uphill. And Joe kicked it into 2, and you know, she has her buffang set up, you know, with just 5 levels. I have mine set up with 9, so pretty much figured when she goes to 2, I got to go to 3, and then I might even have to go to 4, because I don't know what she's in right now, but I'm not catching her. I'm just not catching her. Yeah, as you can see, the city rarely ever cleans the bike lanes, okay? It just rarely ever happens. It's nice when, you know, people actually slow down a little, you know. Most of them don't, especially the tourists. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I got no real problem with tourists. We love you guys, because even though we have an immense amount of military, you know, active duty Army post, a huge active duty Army post in Fort Carson. We have the Air Force Academy. We have Peterson Air Force, actually it's Space Force Base now, and also Shriver Space Force Base, kind of way out east, more out east, kind of really outside, just outside well, it may not be outside the city limits of Colorado Springs, but it's pretty close. I actually think it is, but it's way out east on the prairie, where Peterson Space Force Base is basically, you know, in Colorado Springs itself. Somebody busted one of these things. It's the only problem with these things, you know, they're there so people don't run them over, and people run them over all the time. You can just imagine, you know, what is that, Martha? I think I'm just going to run it over. Oh boy. Yeah, we're going to have to go up here and play with the cars, which really sucks. Man, they need to clean this damn bike lane. It's really bad. Yeah, for the longest time, you know, we had a heck of a time getting up here, because yeah, I'm going to have to yell at the city about this bike lane. Man, it's ridiculous. Howdy. Okay. We got a lot of cars coming, so you have to stop and wait till we can get in. That big old rock there you hit. Okay, we're clear. Go. Well, watch out. Don't run over the Jeep. Ooh, I like the color, though. It is. That's a nice blue. From Florida. A long ways from home. Of course, could be a, Air Force Academy cadet. Could be, active Army at Fort Carson. Because we also have the, out at Fort Carson, they have the 10th Special Forces Group, too. So, Fort Carson is the 4th Mechanized Infantry Division. But they do have the Green Beret. And I think they have a garrison. Stop, Joe. Yeah. These poor guys, man. They never get a break. So yeah, like I said, I hope you're all doing well. And last Sunday's weather was really pretty pathetic. And yesterday, I had an appointment in the afternoon, medical appointment. So we didn't get to do much of anything yesterday. In fact, we just took a walk. Sorry about the running truck noise over here, but not much we can do about it. Can't be hard on these guys. These guys work like crazy. This is probably our pothole crew. Oh man, I should have shifted down, but really couldn't do it with the camera in my hand, Okay. All right, we're gonna have to bounce over this. They love to put metal plates when they're doing construction, and they always make the edges too high. Okay, so that was 21st Street, that intersection there. So now we're really into the start of the way to North Cheyenne Canyon City Park. Although it changes from Cheyenne Boulevard to Cheyenne Road, and then pretty much just after it changes, the bike lane disappears for a while. So you just have to go play with the cars a little bit. Although the speed limit's pretty slow up that way, so usually they're not. Yeah, they close the bike lane, merge with traffic. I'll tell you, they have been doing construction on this area for well over a year. I'm serious. It's like all the stuff on the lower part there was supposed to have been done last November. They didn't finish till April, the first part of April. And it shows there. Hey Joe, go up inside as far as you can. Don't go to the outside, go up inside. Yeah, thank you. Big hole. We'll just turn out when we absolutely have to. Because this looks like somebody had to have their plumbing replaced or something. Okay, we got a truck coming up. Okay, we're clear. Go. Just fly on up. They'll have to wait for us. Oh man, they got more of this stuff. This is ridiculous. I thought we were going to be over, after they finished the lower part there, but now I guess they're working on the upper part. Wonderful. We can't win. Every time we come on this ride, something's going on. Car back. Just got to keep going, Joe. Ain't got no choice. Okay, we got to go up there and stop. All right, come on over. We ain't got no choice. Yeah, what a mess. It's always, oh, I got to get past here so this van can turn. Okay. All right. Go ahead and go, Joe. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay, there. Joe, hit it. Just go to 4 or whatever and just hit it. There you go. Try not to hold them back too long. Come on. Man, when she goes to 4, she rocket ships. I got to go to 5. Come on. Come on. Spin. 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 Thank you. Okay. We are spinning our brains out here. And eating up battery. Badly. Ah. Okay, well, we're just about to the cafe. Whew. Now we're really going to need that iced tea. Let me tell you. Okay. Now, damn, they parked all kinds of weird. Hey, wait. Joe, just pull over and watch this truck because I don't know where he's going. Where are you going? Alright. Okay, she can try to pull in there. There you could have pulled in right there, babe. This is about the best spot right here. Okay, up and over. Alright. This is the Sacred Grounds Cafe. Yes. The only problem of it is that I need to, well, I have to shut it down because I got to get a hold of my brakes. Okay? So, alright, we'll get back to you. Bye. Hold on, shoe. Yeah, so back to you. Sorry we couldn't, for some reason my camera just kind of quit working on me, so I pulled the battery out and stuck it back in, and now it's working again. So it didn't seem like it was loose, but for some reason it just did something I didn't expect. So we're here at the Starsmoor Center, and this is the entryway to the North Cheyenne Canyon, which is, the road is right over there and goes up that way. Now right here you can pick up a couple of trails if you're hikers to go up into the canyon also. So okay, well, we'll get back to you. Bye. Hey, we're back. We didn't finish the way up to the Starsmoor Center after the Sacred Grounds Cafe because I had a camera malfunction. I had to pull the battery out and put it back in, and it worked. So somehow it got dislodged or cut off or something. I'm not sure what to. That's the, we're still working on the duck ponds down there. Fountain Creek's on the, or Monument Valley Creek's on the other side here. Actually, it's Monument Creek, not Monument Valley. Howdy. And so yeah, so we basically had to stop at Walmart on 8th Street, and so we jumped onto the off the Tejon Street bike path and lane, which is finished but messed up. I don't like the way they did it. It doesn't flow very well, and I don't have my wireless mic hooked up anymore. When I couldn't get the camera to work, decided to put because it's two separate pieces. You got to have a receiver that goes into the adapter on the camera, and then you have your mic, and you have to pair them up. And I don't feel like doing that again. I don't mind doing it once, but I don't want to do it again. So you'll just have to, we'll just all have to live with whatever sound the in-camera mic will give us today for the rest of the ride. Like I said, we're on the Pikes Peak Greenway here in Colorado Springs, Colorado, which is our main north and south trail system. But the Pikes Peak Greenway is actually made up of several trails. This is we're basically north of downtown, probably about 2 miles. Yeah, probably put about 2 miles north of downtown Colorado Springs. So this is kind of in our neighborhood. Where we live in our apartment complex is probably a couple miles from here north. So maybe not, maybe 1.5, because I think it's about 3.5 miles from our place to downtown Colorado Springs. Howdy. I don't know how much more time I've got, but I think I had like 40 minutes. Not sure what the batteries got. I tell you, I've got to get myself a second battery and a second SD card, because my SD card's only a 32. So although I don't want these videos to be like super long. Yeah. Joe's back there. Let's have a gentleman pass us here. This is the newer section of the west side of the Pikes Peak Greenway, going through Monument Valley Park. The creek kind of divides it. On this side, it's all concrete, and on the other side, it's all dirt. So it's according to what you're riding, what you feel like. If you want to go get a little dirty, you can take up the east side of the Greenway, and it basically, you end up the same place. If you don't want to get dirty, you take the west side of the Greenway, Pikes Peak Greenway, because it's all concrete. So, although you do hit a small section of dirt once you get down into the lower part of Monument Valley Park, by the pickleball courts. I don't know, there is a double wide sidewalk on the west side, but the trail itself, if you go straight off of the end of the concrete, is dirt to a bridge that goes across the creek, and then it turns back into cement and takes you into America the Beautiful Park. Right now we're heading up to Panera Bread up on the more northern part of the Pikes Peak Greenway. Thank you, ma'am. Have a great day. Been a really pretty day. Like I said, from what I saw, we were supposed to hit like 73, but I don't think it's supposed to get that warm till 4 p.m. But it always seems funny. I was always taught that, you know, it should be warmest by noon, and then the sun slightly declines as you know, go into the afternoon hours. But I guess that's not the way it works. I guess this is the, well, that's the part of the Colorado Springs Park and Rec vehicle storage lot. But this is the Legacy Loop Fontanero Street trailhead. So you can get right off the interstate, I-25 heading north or south. You can jump off on. I think they renamed the exit Centennial Boulevard, but you go east, not west. If you go west on Centennial, that's going to take you way out of the way. But if you go east on Centennial, it automatically puts you on Fontanero Street, and then it will come right up to this intersection here, and you can park over there. The only bad thing is no restrooms, which is sad because they were supposed to put them in when they first designed the thing. It is supposed to have, you know, like a full facility restroom, and probably money. It never got built. Real shame. They have these restrooms in Bancroft Park on the west side of Colorado Springs on Colorado Avenue that are totally automated. Afternoon. And yeah, basically you punch a button and it talks to you and you go in, and the minute you sit down, it only gives you 10 minutes. So if you're a slow goer, the door will open on you. So that way it makes it so, you know, the homeless won't try to turn it into a camp, because, you know, they do that with a lot of the porta potties, especially down by the pickleball courts in Monument Valley Park, you know. And it feels, well, now finally they opened up the real restroom, but before they opened it up, and they didn't open it up till, you know, like late May. Hello. And yeah, they didn't open it up till late May, and they usually had that open hello, by the you know, like the middle of April, you know, or at least by the 1st of May. But they're running late this year for some reason. But during the months, you know, basically what would be like October, you know, through May, or October through April into May, there's 2 porta potties that you have to use, and boy, you can be needing to go and you can't use it because the homeless have made a camp in it, and they won't leave. They'll cuss at you. And, you know, I mean, I'm not going to waste a cop's time telling him, you know, you need to come arrest this guy and get him out of the porta potty. You know, the cop's got better things to do. But it is annoying. But yeah, we like I said, I took off you'll notice the difference in the in the volume, but I guess if you get up into like the GoPro, you know, like maybe 11, 12, 13, I guess they have like a you know, they've got a setup where that you can have a kind of a built-in wireless mic, you know, and but they don't have that for the older ones. You have to use an adapter, and I don't think sometimes that the this is the Pop Cycle Bridge, Popcycle, over Monument Creek. Don't know if you can see this or not. But yeah, so we're heading north, and we're gonna go up to Panera Bread and get a afternoon iced tea. Yeah, we drink a lot of iced tea, unsweetened iced tea. That's our drink, because otherwise it's water, or you know, oh, we had Gatorade. Doing some patching over here. Sweet. Thank you guys, appreciate it. Yeah, I always like to tell the patch crews, because those poor guys and gals, they get beat on all the time, you know, because you know, I mean, we're like any other, you know, fairly good sized city. You know, we have a massive amount of road and potholes that have to be taken care of, you know. Okay, well, I'm gonna go quiet for a while. Howdy, gentlemen. And we'll get back with you after we've had a little musical interlude. Passing on your right. Thank you. Howdy.
Howdy. Hi there.
Thank you. Okay, well, we're starting to get low on both the card and the battery. So just want to say thanks for coming along. Please like, share, and subscribe with this video with your friends, your enemies, or aliens. It doesn't matter. We appreciate it. And we hope you enjoyed it. Give you a little more view of the Fountain Creek here. Of course, like I said, these GoPros don't have telephotos, so that's kind of a bummer. But from BJ and Joe Ondo, out and about on the Recumbents, as usual. Just want to say till we see you next time on the trail or on Facebook or wherever, happy trails. Bye guys.